This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, guys. Zion Williamson, he has a few things that he needs to do in order for him to hit the what we call the Hino's Sport stamp of approval. First and foremost, he needs to show a level of consistency on the basketball court. What he did against the San Antonio Spurs, although in a microcosm of impressiveness that it was, I need to see this consistently. I'm sorry, I'm spoiled. I'm cut from the Michael Jordan cloth, the Kobe Bryant cloth, the Kevin Garnett cloth. Greatness to me has to be defined on a consistent level, on a consistent basis. Zion has to do this in order for me to go give him the stamp of approval, the Hino's Sport variation thereof. And then he has to showcase weight management. This is discipline. Showcase the ability for him to show that he wants this basketball greatness, and he's going to be willing to do whatever it's going to cost. And this means sacrificing the fact that he's a big boy and he has a big boy genetic, and he's going to have to do what he needs to do to discipline himself and keep his weight down. And then for him to have the mindset of wanting to be great, because you have to have a combination of these three things, these three variations, these three facets, in order for you to showcase a level of dominance like nobody's business. Because when I look at Zion Williamson, I see a package of Shaquille O'Neal meets Dominique Wilkins meets Charles Barkley in terms of sheer will, force, and dominance. Let me say it again. Shaquille O'Neal meets Dominique Wilkins meets Charles Barkley in terms of sheer will, force, and dominance. That's what I see in terms of what he brings to the table from a locomotive standpoint. But what was nice is to see that the jumper that he had in college that he really didn't go to, it's there and it's on a more consistent basis. And what he's teaching defenses early on is, look, I'm not only going to be able to outmuscle you like he did against the 7-1 center on the San Antonio Spurs and out-rebound you. I'm not going to also be able to out-jump you guys, but I'm also going to be able to showcase to you guys that I can sit here and score from the outside. I have an expansive game. This makes Zion Williamson his, what we say, upside off the charts. But again, this is one game. One game doesn't impress me, especially in the regular season. I need to see this on a continuum or a continual basis. Now, he does not have to make the playoffs for me to say, okay, I'm impressed, because I'm not expecting the New Orleans Pelicans to do anything of high degree, high order, and high exploits. At least not right now, because he's just getting there. But if Zion, which his name carries weight within itself, it means to carry a whole village. It means to be a savior. If his name is of that order and that high degree, then he's going to have a game that's going to be substantive, right? A game that's going to justify and basically be a game that's going to, what we say, delineate us to let us know that he has greatness. That's going to justify that this guy can play basketball at the highest degree in the highest order. I haven't seen this yet. I need to see it on a consistent basis. But what I was impressed about, more so than anything else, was the outside shooting and the fact that he ram-a-lang 17 points in the fourth quarter. This tells me the clutch genes is there. It just needs to be matured. These are the things that impress me as a basketball player. When I look at a basketball player, what can you do when the lights are the brightest? And you know what he said? I'm going to ram-a-lang 17 points. The lighter the brights go, the more consistent that I'm going to be. That's impressive, because that tells me pressure is his best friend. Pressure doesn't burst pipes. Let me say it again. Pressure is his best friend, and pressure doesn't burst pipes. These are the things that I get impressed by. But what I want to continue to see in order for me to go and give my stamp of approval is for him to show a consistency of what I said again. What are that? I roll in threes because the number 3 is the number of confirmation. Weight management, show a discipline in that, show a continuum of what you did against the San Antonio Spurs, because I need to see that on a nightly basis, especially at 19 years old. And then keep doing it and have the mind of a basketball player that wants to be great. Because if you showcase these three characteristics, then now a Kevin Durant can pass the torch to you. Because patching Passing the torch is not something that's given. You got to go out there and take it. Michael Jordan took it from Magic Johnson when he went. Kobe Bryant took it from Michael Jordan when he dropped 55 points on him and said, "You're an old man. This is my league. Why did you come back?" Kevin Durant took it from Kobe Bryant when Kobe Bryant rammelanged him in 2010. Then he came back in 2012 and said, "Yeah, you're old now. It's my league right now. You're in Vino stage. Yeah, I'm Kevin Durant. I'm the Slim Reaper. I'm here to stay." And Kobe Bryant told him, "Be the greatest." You got to take it. So Zion Williamson, I would love to see when he matches up against a Kevin Durant. Show Kevin Durant that this is your league from this point on. Kevin Durant's obviously not going to give it up anytime soon. But give him, because he's getting up there in age, give him signs that eventually this is going to be your league to take over. When you play against a LeBron James, when you play up against a Kawhi Leonard, you're going to have to show these guys that, you know what? Y'all got now, I got next. This is what I'm looking for from Zion Williamson. And if he's able to showcase this, then he knows the sport can go, give the stamp of approval. But until then, the stamp of approval is not something that's given, it's earned. Let me say it again. It's not something that's given, it's earned. Now let's talk about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler got snubbed from being an NBA Eastern Conference starter because the other NBA players just clearly don't like him. There's rumors around the NBA that they can't stand the guy's personality. But see, I blame this on the Love Participation Award era. Because players want to be buddies, right? They want to be my buddy and me. My buddy and me. My buddy and me. They want to be buddies. They don't want to be competitors. Jimmy Butler just rubs a lot of people the wrong way because he's a competitor. I like folks that are competitors. Jimmy Butler's not here to be your friend. He's here to compete against you. But NBA players, they got to get off of this nonsense, and they got to give credit where credit is due. He deserves the nod of being an all-star starter because look at where the Miami Heat are at. He's the one that's leading the ship. He's the one that has Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. These guys balling out of control. He's the one that gained the respect of Udonis Haslem. This was the same Jimmy Butler that they said could never lead a team. So come on, guys. Put your prize to the side and look at the snub that has been put out here. The Miami Heat is balling because of Jimmy Butler's leadership. This man has been able to gravitate and have a relationship with the players on the team. Eric Spoelstra likes him. Pat Riley likes him. You know why? Because he's a hard worker. One thing you can't take away from Jimmy Butler is you ain't never seen Jimmy Butler not come in no basketball shape. You ain't never seen Jimmy Butler not work hard. So what is this with this snubbing that this guy's not a starter? Does that make any sense to you guys? So this is what I was talking about when I say the agenda that's in the NBA. First, Luka Doncic gets what we call snubbed from being a captain of the Western Conference because they need to make it LeBron James, which is because in the last voting prior to this final one, LeBron was nowhere near the lead. He wasn't ahead of Luka Doncic. How did he just jump in front of him? See, this is stuff that I'm talking about. But he becomes the captain. How did Jimmy Butler get snubbed from being a starter? How can you rationalize in your brain with the mediocrity that is the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid is ahead of him? Pascal Siakam is ahead of him. Are these teams better than Miami Heat? See, this is the foolery that I'm talking about. Y'all got to start opening your eyes and y'all got to start seeing the big picture here. Can't just be he knows the sport that's seeing the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth-telling here. Can't be he knows the sport that's the only three-dimensional thinker here. Can't be he knows the sport that's the only deep thinker out here in these NBA streets. Y'all got to be able to be that way too. Jimmy Butler had no reason being snubbed because the Miami Heat are doing what they're doing because of his leadership, his hard work, and what he's bringing to the table. So this is fundamentally an issue. If players are going to be voting, they can't show favoritism. They have to pick based on the guys that are performing based on that year. This is why it got removed from NBA fans and it got switched over to the players. Because you guys supposedly said that y'all know best. But y'all acting like y'all don't know best with Jimmy Butler. And that's sad because he should be a starter. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.